Hi everybody. I've been trying to make this post for a while. There was a so much 3D graphics on it at the same time, plus with the video recording from a live camera was increasing the maximum out of the computer. So I've been having a lot of problems. But I hope so this will figure it out. Because the most important is not you see me talking. If you want to see me, that's how I look here in this picture talking, but the most important it's about you to get the message. It's about the message, how the divine shift works, why the divine shift is the way it is, and what do we do, how do we do it. It's kind of like in a simple way if you can understand it that the universe has its own way for moving, vibrating, spinning, turning all the time, and get us in a place where we need to be. Um, at the beginning, I wanna go back to this post that was made by the Galaxy DailyGalaxy.com. That was a post that it says that unknown forces causing Milky Way to flutter like a huge flag in the wind. But if you take a look at it, this flag in the wind is actually like we are in the sea and we're just moving throughout the waves of the sea of the universe. Um, Most important that that was made at I think so was made at an order of Oxford University in England by the Royal Academy of I believe that it's a for the astrophysics program to the United Kingdom. But anyway, what they found out was this graphic up here. If you take a look, the Milky Way just over here goes up, turns, goes down again, turns, goes up, and this part it goes up. So it's wibble wobble, is the way they say, and that wibble wobble will transfer these vibrations between the stars, between the um, all the solar systems there in the Milky Way, and that wavelength force it comes out of the universe. The universe vibrates with us, and what happens is that the Milky Way vibrates, we vibrate, and the solar system vibrates. So our planet vibrates, and we're living on one of the planets, so we vibrate too. So the people who makes the vibe reports, they sensing these vibrations, they sensing the energy that is going to it. That's what those energy reports are. But also the astrologers take a look at the stars and take a look at the planets, and they predict of what could happen. Basically, those are the three things that happen at all the time. If you read those reports throughout a Facebook or YouTube, or you subscribe into it, you will understand 100% what's going on. But the most to the point is I want to show you something very interesting, and to understand why it's going on, what it's going on, for what reason. So let's first begin with a little lesson right here. This is the solar system. That is a Jupiter here. This is a Saturn. The Earth is right in here. That little dot. I hope the computer will show it. But anyway, the point is that the solar system moved. Yeah, there you go. It shows up the Earth. The solar system moved counterclockwise. So when the Earth moves this way and Jupiter it's moving slow, it will looks like the Jupiter is moving backwards, or also what it's called in astrology a retrograde. The Earth, when it start moving more, it's approaching the visions from Saturn. As soon as you move a little bit more, the Saturn it will looks like it's moving this way. He's never moved that way actually in the physical world, but for the energy that provide to us, it's actually moving backwards because he leaving us. When the planet's moving from direct directions through the astrology and goes into the reverse or retrograde, they're shifting the energy with us within the soul. It's so important to understand this part because you will see that the Milky Way is actually spinning the opposite direction of our solar system. The Milky Way, it spins these directions. So when the planets are retrograde for us, we're getting the energy from the universe, we're getting the energy from the galaxy itself into us. That's why when there is a retrograde planet, specifically Mercury retrograde, people getting confused. They start having communication problems because the communication switching from a regular day-to-day life communication to the communication within the soul. And a lot of people, they have problem. Couples getting fights. Bosses and workers have problems. They don't understand what is that all about. And specifically that this Milky Way, we will wobbles it all the time. I mean, let's take a look at it where we are. We are on very, 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 very this place up here between so many stars. There is so much, many, many, many light years. I mean, the just the whole space is so much to understand that we have all those vibrations with us. So the point is that when we're spinning counterclockwise as a solar system, but as a galaxy we're spinning clockwise, the energy is completely different for us. And to understand this energy on it, it's hard. It's not easy. It's not that how they explained. It's not for everybody to know it. Because everybody will know it? Yes, they can't. So we're gonna play it for a little bit so we can get the point that I was pointing out. Here's the Earth. It's moving. We can zoom in to this. And here for this point right now, if you look at it, the Jupiter, we look at it straight into it. But the Earth moves right at this point right now. For the Earth, Jupiter is going to be moving backwards because we're moving this way. For us, it looks like moving that way. I want to try to pull out the ephemerides. So we have those astrology tablets that shows up what planet what it is. And here they are. So we have those tablets. They've been existing for very, very long time. They're used by the astrologists to take a look what the planet and what the effects are. So if you have this calendar, you can actually see what planet, what is affecting you, and what to look for, what to be prepared for. Currently today, we are on March 16th, so we are up here. And if you take a look, right now, Jupiter, it's retrograde on Virgo. Also, if you take a look, Saturn is going to become a retrograde on the 26th. But more to explain this, I was showing on the video earlier, Saturn usually moves about 7.5 minutes a day. If you take a look at it back in January, Saturn moved from 11 degrees 9 minutes in Sagittarius, moved to the 11 degrees and 16 minutes in Sagittarius. That's about 7.5 minutes. Because on the next day, if you take a look at it, it's almost 6.5. So more of it is when a time passed by, Saturn it slowed down its speed. So for March, beginning of March, the way it was, we felt all this energy, all this power from Saturn that we look at it within inside of us, what's going on. Saturn slowed down and put that stuff on hold and stop for us to prepare us to start looking at from standpoint of life to the standpoint of the soul. So if you take a look at it right here, he's very, very slow. And there is a days he barely moves. Like right now, today is the 16th. He's in the 16 degrees 20 minutes and Sagittarius. Tomorrow is going to be in the same place. And when he goes to his retrograde point, which is the 23rd, Saturn is just going to stop. And this is going to be the days, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, that Saturn is going to push us more and more deep to look at us. And if you understand this, you will understand that everything that's going on for us is we to look at it inside of our souls and shifting. Beginning the next month, so take a look at it in April, we're going to have Jupiter and Saturn. They're going to be in retrograde right here, right on the top. But what you're going to see is that Mars on 18th, he's also going to become a retrograde. Mars is going to take and force us to look at it more deep into our soul and see what kind of actions we need to take. We're going to have some wars between us as a soul inside of us and the war with our ego. What do we want? What are we as far as the personal as me? The next day, 19th, Pluto is going to become retrograde. Pluto is represent the people around you, your surrounding. You gonna be looking at the people and the one they are surrounding around you in your life. Is they good for your soul or they good for your ego? Pluto's gonna put you all the way deep, deep, deep in the sea of underworld to come out and show on your soul, hey, what are you looking for? And we look at it on 29th, Mercury is going to become retrograde. So beginning of 29th, we're going to have Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto. They're all going to be retrograde and pushing us towards the soul. The energy of the planet is going to be of a synchronization with the Milky Way turning. It's going to be represent that powerful universe energy into us. We're all going to feel it, and that's why the divine shift is so powerful. And this type of moments when 5 planets they go in a retrograde and force us to make a changes within the soul. Once the changes are made within the soul, there is going to be changes within the world. So beginning of May, we're going to have a Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto retrograde. Jupiter is going to become direct on the 10th. We're going to start having this energy of movement. Energy that we are fixed, our physical bodies, they're going to become back to normal. Again, Mercury is going to become direct on 23rd. We're going to be talking back normal, but this is going to be after shadow effects on it. And we're going to be having a Saturn and Pluto retrograde for a while. But the most important part right here is that to getting those shift, it's come from the universe that's affecting us. And if you read any vibe reports or any energy reports or any astrology reports that's talking about this, this is how the information works. And this is how the divine shift provides all that information to us, the new way, the new proper way. And if you take a look at it, the way the Milky Way is turning, it's turning this way, which is opposite direction. And astrology, the opposite directions, the way it moves, it's also the eras. We used to be at the era of Pisces. Right now we are shifting to the era of Aquarius, which is moving on clockwise directions together within the Milky Way. And anytime when we have those directions, those shifts, those movements, we're getting this new knowledge, new energy, new powers. We're getting this new information that it's keep going and on and on and on. A lot of people have problems sleeping. A lot of people have problem with a lot of questions. They might see repeating numbers as far as the 1111 coming in and all the sort of the other combinations. People feel the energy. People feel this shift that's going on. But this shift that's going on, it's natural way. It's something that it's been created. It's not like we just make up our minds. I hope this video helping you out to understand this. We are all connected. The universe is connected with us. The planets are connected with us. The energy is connected with us. And everything going on in this magical sync with us. And the all awakening, it's happening within us all. And thank you so much for watching it. I appreciate all your comments. I appreciate the patience and the time. If you got us any questions, you can easily find me on the Facebook. Again, my name is Dio Veselinov, and I can also post this over to YouTube, and you can make your comments there. Thank you so much, and be loved.